Still going to look for the dive. Oh god, Lehans, the point-blank cocoon as they dive on top of LazyFeel. Lehans could be in trouble though, as he's just dead. Not sure about that one. The flash out from Gideon, and that was... Yep.
And here we go. I hope we don't lose our stacks, as Kingen may be in trouble.
That's a powerful ghoulie wall as Kingen looking to try and get out of there. Hammer does come on through, but that is one more shovel, and Rich takes it down. Great handshake from Andil. Giu is just dead. Those adoration stacks just lying on the wrong side of this as Lehans has come on over. But that is Sponge now trying to get bailed out. It's not going to work though. Gideon going to be just fine, and Lehans went up into the sky to deny that one. And in fact, it's kind of an awkward composition as far as getting those bailout resets because they can keep themselves alive for that little bit of time. As Gideon is now just dead, guys. That repel, absolutely fantastic. And Gideon and Calyx, the flash forward! And oh, guys, wait for the whirling death. I don't think anyone has ghosts. Lehans is a ghost, by the way. Oh, did you see the little legs? And then he was dead.
The client doesn't believe in ghosts, so you can't see it, but I think he's got a ghost there.
Is that like fairies? Do you need to clap and say, I do believe in ghosts?
No, I think with this play, though, this is actually pretty massive. The Yorks try to get back control of the side. You can see how much power this gives Sponge here. You know, he gets to force Gideon to come down. He almost is able to secure this Gromp away. Realm Warp, though, is being employed.
Yeah, and there is the Grand Starfall as well. Hostile takeover, though. They're just fighting each other. Still, in goes Gideon, and they're splitting their focus. It doesn't quite work out, and now Gideon, not enough of a wall, as the Draven's cashing in, ladies and gentlemen, from across the map. Rich wants to get bailed out. It almost happens, but Kingen just dives on top of Andil. Stand aside, and they're going to say, all right, flashes out of the way of the hostile takeover. That's another kill, but Sponge, he's able to offer one back. Still, I think you're happy to take that. Looking for Rich, and he's got Gideon there to turn up alongside him, and the Maiden just has to watch as Yorick goes down. Starfall comes in, Gideon straight into the ghoulie wall, though, as there is the ulti from the Callista helping Andil out, and he is not dead yet. They do manage to take down Lehans. Down goes Gideon at the same time, but Calyx is a monster. Yukao still at full health as Giu.
Even though LazyFeel got chased out of the pit.
LazyFeel is not going to get bailed out of this one, ladies and gentlemen. He is big time dead.
Yeah, that was...
Realm Warp to come in, though, and Rich finds himself in a very uncomfortable position. Giu, though, is just fighting against Yukao. That charm had to land. Otherwise... for a fight here instead is the, oh my god, the Whirling Death is just massive damage. Hostile takeover is not taking anyone this time around. Andil gonna have to flash to get himself out of the way. Like, he didn't have full information of who was in that banana brush.
I mean, they're just
stopped a bunch of backs.
Stopping backs and winning the game.
Yeah, it is, that would have been solitary Chemtech Dragon and Lehans for Nexus. And I think Nongshim are kind of okay with it, as the Baron buffed minions looking for some Nexus turrets. The rest of DRX are able to get back, but the Maiden is going to melt. And there are still minions here. My god, even the Shock Blasts are really scary now, as Andil does find a knock-up and a handshake onto Calyx, but he just goes golden. Gideon is in amongst it. LazyFeel hop and map at the Whirling Death. It should be enough to take him down, but never mind. The bailout is actually pretty good to keep him standing. Comfortable position here. Sponge goes in, but he's going to go out via the Death Chamber, I'm pretty sure. He flashes, desperately looking for the bailout, but it does not work, as now Yukao, he goes golden. Giu's going to put an axe in him. And yes, they managed to get the kill onto Calyx here, but at what cost is the question. Gideon will be able to just jump on top of the Callista. Andil, no way out for him either. Stand aside, good sir, says Giu. And he's just able to throw that Whirling Axe. My god, that does a lot of damage. There's the ace here for Nongshim. Felt like it was pretty inevitable, as 9,000 gold the lead. And they will just move with so many packets of Ramyun towards this Nexus and take it down.
Really well played here by Nongshim. Love the composition, the execution, and the Draven was a bit of volatility that I didn't necessarily want. But, you know, they played it well. He got that cash in from top lane, got the turret, got the co, and he said, what about the early game? That's not it. I'm not talking about that. I don't have any regrets throughout my early game. I don't care. Nongshim, though, they did play it well. Even though they failed the dive, I love...
Going aggressive onto Rich here. The Narbar looking okay as Sponge is coming over, and Kingen, he knows he has to commit to it. He flashes, he picks it up just before the Mega Gnar comes in. He will be sacrificed as, oh, some ticking of the potion was working out there, but a 1-for-1 trade. Double Shadow Dash there, but the stun does come through. They look to turn it onto Giu, and the power of the Braum is working as LazyFeel so incredibly close. Lehans will finish him off, and now in the battle of the Braum versus Shen, I think I'm feeling like the Shen might be okay. The flash forward as Lehens gets those empowered autos and then finds the taunt to take him. Lehens killing someone with a taunt.
No song.
Gentlemen, as he does go into his little mist and then slams into the wall. And there is Lehens. Stand United comes on through. I believe Andal is going to die, and there's another kill towards the bottom side as well. Man, this observing is so incredibly good. Shout out to good old He's trying to run around with these scissors. Calyx, oh no, they are both dead, aren't they? Andal going to be the first one to go down as Calyx with a Gnar picked up, finds a chain, and there is the paranoia. I do not think this Poppy is making it out. As Gideon, does he have it? The answer is he doesn't need it. As Sponge elects to get rid of the Gwen. Gideon down relatively low as Lehens just fighting against Lazyfield. And the Stand United, another Shadow Dash and another death for Rich.
I mean, it's just, I was going to say, it's kind of like a deja vu for that Freddy. Then I'll help you guys get the dragon later. Just hold on a second.
Well, there is the taunt flash, and that should be a dead Rich. Lehens goes down, but he loves dying, guys. That's exactly what he wants to do.
That's his whole thing. And he's like, well, now I have my ult back when I respawn. It's as this will not secure the mid turret on its own, but they do have a wave crashing through it. This is a scary timing.
Paranoia comes on forward there as the Stand United. There's a nice taunt. Gideon will be taken down. They do get rid of Andal as now Sponge trying to get himself away. He will successfully do so as the Arcane Storm is down. Lehens is in a bit of trouble, shields himself, but it's a double for Yukal. And Kingin.
Some judgment errors there.
There also is Poppy and Braum, which can really make things difficult. Gwen is going to make things difficult as well, especially when carrying a Shen. And so that is once again Andal dead. 5 deaths now.
In this situation, maybe we see a give, but nope.
Yeah, here we go. Once more. Gideon, though, just going to get separated and eliminated. I don't know about that paranoia. That wasn't fantastic, but the Keeper's Verdict is now on cooldown. Nongshim still looking for a fight here. As Yukal, he needs to be the target. He just does so much damage if left unattended. Chains of Corruption go down as there's the flash in, and Rich just explodes once again, denied. And Lehens, he will fall. Lazyfield goes in, and then Calyx slammed into a wall, and Lazyfield from over the other side is able to hit freely. Sponge now in potentially a little bit of trouble, but Giu trying to fight back, and Lazyfield's just shooting one after the other. He'll take him down, no fear.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, okay. If at first you don't succeed, just go again, as Gravity Well doing a whole lot of work. There is that arm guard that you were talking about, Wolf. You probably should have said that in the comms for Nongshim, though, because Yukal's still kiting this one out. That's another kill. And they, like, every time they engage onto Yukal, every time Yukal makes them all dead. That is going to be a Gnar that's stolen away. He does finally die. And now the question for Nongshim is, was it worth it?
I don't think so.
But there is the double Gnar. The turret is working overtime here at the same time. As they do manage to take it down. Rich might be in trouble as well. Some needlework coming on in. A great wallop.
The way!
He doesn't find it. Over the wall he goes as Kingin will be able to lock that one up. But as you can see, on the other side of the rift, ladies and gentlemen, there is a base that is in shambles. So Rich and in a turret in trade for everything.
Yeah, Rich is, let's say, in top diff in all chat.
I reckon that is probably the case. Gideon will be able to use the spell shield this time around on the Keeper's Verdict. Kingin gets back to base, but he's going to see that it is all on fire. Kingin goes golden, but there is no one to help him out. Great interruption there as he tries to dash away, but Andal, like, after those first 5 deaths, he's like, nah, now we lock in. And he absolutely did. Nexus turret's now on the floor. Giu pushing really far forward. Lazyfield once again on the cusp of death, but that's where he likes it, ladies and gentlemen. No redemption for Lehens, and there goes the Nexus. We're going to 3 here in our first series in the Saturday Showdown.
And while it's very impressive to see DRX, their resilience in these moments, after losing control, it's going to be tough as...
Yeah, there's the bullet time just thrown out by Giu. Picks up the kill onto the Scanner at the same time, and Gideon Andal is playing defense really nicely, though, as the bullet time came on through. Still, Yukal going to die, and the curtain call from over the wall here might need to be cancelled as the last bullet does fly on through. Still, that is a lot of value as Yukal puts the rocks down and then just shoves him on top of them. Man, Kingin just can't do anything. He is just dead. And this is the value of that huge front lines this mid wave shoved in. And okay, Headbutt Pulverize going to connect, but that's a Leona. Do not engage onto her as Lehens not going to get impaled. The flash forward is a little bit of a waste of time, and Shelly's still getting amongst it. It's Yukal that actually locks that one down, but can they keep themselves alive in the fight? Kingin finding some value with the equalizer, but not quite enough. They go 1 for 1 as the Viego's already gone down. Emperor's Divide just to get them out of there as the flash forward. Rich able to pick up the kill onto Calyx. And Gio just trying to keep them in one spot so he can kill them all. LazyFeel going to die as well. Flamethrower from Kingen will be his worst enemy.
These two teams usually not the first two to come to mind, but we're seeing it. And
we're engaging onto Lehens again. And that is often a bad move. Double stun, down goes Yukao immediately. The bullet time value has been disgusting in this game. Welcome back to you, by the way. Brilliant performance. Kingen also is just gonna cook LazyFeel. And they will move back, look for this Hextech Dragon, and Nongshim not gonna be as lucky as he looks to walk his way out. Gets a shield, and the Bloodthirster did kind of keep me. Continuing to try and make a play here. As, let's see, Seismic Shove does find the misfortune, and down she goes once again. I'm really, like, Caster Curses is so real, man.
Yeah, what was that?
I was, like, in that team fight around the Dragon, I was like, Gio, that's so great that you're playing this well. And then twice in a row, things haven't been as great. This is great for Gideon, though. He's going to start with the first kill. Let's see how much more he can get. Takes a long time to kill Lehens. As Sponge going to go down. Emperor's Divide just going to hoover up the Jhin. But Calyx is still going to fall. Gideon doesn't have as... Oh my god, he steals it! Okay, bullet time is going to be the end of LazyFeel, as we can see. Gideon, it's his turn to be the very long-range Jhin, and he actually picks off Yukao. Seismic Shove throws away Gio, but he doesn't care. They're going to grab a double kill. They had to sacrifice the Otacon for it. I don't know how that smite even worked. It looked like he threw a rock at it, a pebble. Sure about this one, buddy, as that blast code not going to work out as he's thrown into the wall. And yeah.
The Leona!
Oh no! Okay, Sponge, can you actually get anything done? That equalizer, brilliant, but the Pulverize, even better. The Emperor's Divide one-ups even that, and they all go down. Nongshim finding a gorgeous angle in this team fight. Also able to take down the turret. Calyx getting to work here.
And we have some long death timers here. They're going to escort this minion. They want to try to push to really get into those Nexus turrets, and the Voidling comes out. They've got another wave coming. And also, Andal is not going to be able to buy time.
Oh, and we're not going to call him out for engaging onto a Leona there because the Leona engaged onto him.
Yeah.
The Wolves are also involved.
I think that they might just be able to end this, to be honest. 10 seconds on LazyFeel. He's a Jhin.
I mean,
think this
Kingen,
is just done so.
and Calyx are all here. This is just going to evaporate. There it goes. Nongshim, 3 games, but they are able to take down DRX in the end. And pretty impressive as far as the last team fight was concerned.
It's a pretty tough POM, I'm going to be honest.